What is up, you guys? So today we are going to talk about my Barcelona lover. The time I was in Barcelona and I met a man and he traveled around Europe with me. So let's get into it. Okay, so in 2022, I decided to take a little trip to Europe. Well, not a little trip, it was a big trip. I went to London, Barcelona, Ibiza, Paris, and Newcastle, all by myself. It was a solo trip. I really just needed this for me. I had always wanted to go to London, so that was the place I was going to go on my trip. But then I was talking to my friend and he was like, well, you're already going to be in the area. Go to these other destinations. So I did. So I started my trip in London, had the best time ever. I can get into that in another video if you want to know, but I love London. It always will have a piece of my heart. My second leg of my trip was Barcelona. I was there for 3 days, and then I was gonna go to Paris and then Ibiza. So yes, I get to Barcelona. It's night one. I'm in this Airbnb, but it's not really an Airbnb. It's like a gay B&B. It's like for guys that rent out of another guy's place and the host is normally there. And this is like an interesting site because there's like nudist places where you can go nude if you want, or the host is nude. I don't know, it's weird. I was just told about this site, so I just went to the site. No, the person that I went to go stay at their house was not a nudist, but he was really, really nice. I go out night one, and in Barcelona, there's a lot of these, like, here in Vancouver in Canada, we call them like dark rooms, I guess you could say, but they're just establishments. So there is this bar that has like a dark room in the back or whatever, but like a full-fledged bar, and this is when I was still drinking. So I go to this bar and I'm just living my best life. Everyone's nude. I believe there was some women there too, if I can remember. But anyways, so I end up meeting these people at the place, like at this bar, and they invite me back to theirs. You know the situation, you know what it is. Whatever, we're on vacation. But one of the guys that comes there, we'll call him DJ, because he was a DJ. So, so I meet DJ there, and DJ is just like a 10 out of 10 to me. He literally looks like a younger version of John Travolta. Like, hot. So hot. So we meet there, and then I believe I go back to his place. Honestly, y'all, the drinks were flowing. I was fuzzy. But we go back to his place, and I'm just there for like, I end up staying at his place the whole 4 days I was there. 3 nights, 4 days that I was there. I didn't even stay at the place that I had rented. But he was so sweet to me, you guys. Like, we would lie in bed the day, then we would go out and walk around. I still want to be independent though, so I would of course go and do things on my own, but we always would meet back up. He drove a motorcycle, so I remember I literally felt like a scene out of a movie. I literally felt like a Cheetah Girl, and let me tell you, I blasted that whole Cheetah Girls album. If you know, you know. When I was in Barcelona, strutting down the street to strut, like, it was iconic. It was so cool. He would literally take me out on the back of his motorcycle. I would like hold him, and he would show me the whole city. And then I remember this was maybe like the second night. I am with him, and we get on his motorcycle and we go to this lookout in like the middle of the city. There's this huge lookout where you can just see a full 360 of the city. So we're there. He brings some champagne and a note. He goes, look in your, because I had a little fanny pack. He's like, look in your fanny pack. And I was like, okay. I'm like rummaging around, can't find anything. He's like, no, look behind this. I was like, oh. And of course he had popped champagne. So we're like drinking champagne up at this lookout, and I'm reading this note, and it is the cutest detailed note I've ever received. And I'm like, this is fast for 48 hours, but like, okay. But attached to the bottom of the note is a key to his apartment. And he goes, you always have a home with me. I'm like, oh! I'm like, aw, like how cute. I guess when you know, right? Like when you know, you know. And like, to me, that wasn't a red flag. To me, that was just really, really cute. I was like, oh, he loves me. Whatever. We go back to his place. We have a really great evening. And yeah, we just connect. Like, he was a 10 out of 10, and he literally made my Barcelona experience amazing. But I was soon about to go to, I cut off. Okay, so Barcelona was coming to an end, and I was about to go to Ibiza. And I remember, like, I didn't want to leave him. He didn't want to leave me. Like, it was hard, right? So, but I'm like, Lachlan, this is your trip. Be independent. Go by yourself and just continue on this trip. you know? Like, and I was on the phone with one of my good friends at the time, and I was like, I met this man. He's so sweet. He's everything to me. Like, my friend's like, Lachlan, snap out of it. This is a vacation romance. Like, don't get ahead of yourself. Like, just keep moving on the path that you're going on. I was like, okay. So, I get to Ibiza, right? No, so let me tell you this. So he takes me to the airport. There's tears. There's sadness. Like, my heart is hurting. I'm like, I don't want to leave this man. Like, because you know when you just meet someone and you're like, our lives were supposed to cross. Like, I was supposed to meet you. That's what this was. So I get to Ibiza and I check into my dingy freaking, what is it? What was it anyways? Like a hostel, but it was, no, it wasn't a hostel. It was an Airbnb, like a bedroom. I had my own room. So I got there, and then there's this cute little shop right beside it. So I go there, I sit at the table, and I'm eating some food, and I call him. And I'm like, yeah, so I kind of miss you, and I feel kind of lonely. He's like, I'm on the way. I'm like, what? So he literally comes from Barcelona to Ibiza to meet me. He was there the very next day. And I'm like, oh, like my heart just felt so full. Like he traveled for me. So we are together, we're hanging out, and then we go to like the beach and we're just relaxing. Okay, so we find this beach club and we're just having the best time. We meet so many people and we're just like loving on each other. Everyone's like, you guys are so cute. They're like, how long have you been together? We're like, we just met. But it was just so nice, you guys. It was so nice. And he was like my personal videographer and like photographer, because he literally took the best content for me and photos the whole time. Love him for that. So the next day after, we go to, like, I just wanted to lie out and like poolside, but still kind of by the water, and just have like drinks and chill. So we go to this place called the Axel Hotel, and we're just having a kiki there. We're having a day. All of a sudden, he goes, and he's like, I'll be back. And I'm like, okay, like, where are you going? But anyways, I just thought he was going to the washroom or something. Like 30 minutes later, this man comes back. So he comes back, you guys, with the freaking room key. Well, first he was like, come with me, I have a surprise. And I was like, okay, like, I didn't know what was happening. We get into an elevator, we go up, he pulls out a room key. He opens the door, and this place is so nice and big. Like, it was the penthouse. I thought, when we walked in that door, that was like a foyer to another part of the building. No, that was the foyer to the place that he had gotten. And if you go over to my Instagram, you guys can see the video. It's really, really cute. This man had rented the freaking penthouse for me and for us, and it was just so sweet. We went back to the Airbnb that I had rented, and we got my stuff, and we just stayed there, and we had the best time. We did drink a little too much. I remember I did cry about something. I don't freaking remember, you know, those nights. It was just an amazing time. He was so sweet to me. And then it was time for Paris. So I was like, okay, like, I have to go to Paris. He's like, can I come with you? I was like, yeah. So I don't know why, but something in my head was like, don't book any place to stay in Paris. I thought that even before I left to go on this trip. I just thought, you know what, I'll figure it out when I get there. And thank my lucky stars, because you know what, this man had gotten a hotel for us right kind of close by the Eiffel Tower. You could see it from the balcony. And he stuck up for me. He really stuck up for me, because I remember when we go to check in at the hotel in Paris, they were rude to me. Like, they were not that nice. Like, he's white, I'm black. I don't know, but you know what? It kind of rang true, because like literally we walk into the hotel, right? The lobby, they offer him a bottle of water, they give him a room key, they're being really personable, they don't really even acknowledge me. He goes, excuse me, like, where's his water? Like, where's his key? Like, we are here together. And then instantly they're like, oh, sorry, and trying to make it up, like try to make up for it, but we're like, like, we see you. But anyways, we go up to the room, it's cute, I really like it, I'm feeling so appreciative. I end up getting sick. And this was right after COVID, like, well, I guess during COVID, 2022. So I got really sick, y'all, and I think it was COVID. I'm in this hotel room, like, pretty much dying in bed, and he's there the whole time, rubbing my head, rubbing my back, like, taking care of me, and it was just so sweet. And I didn't even know really what I wanted to do in Paris. I just wanted to go. So I remember like the next day I'm starting to feel a little bit better. Like I don't think it was COVID. Who knows what it was? Anyways, but I was fine enough to go out. So the next day we go out, we like go to this we go to like the village, I don't know, the gay village there. We got like a crepe and we go listen to music and we have some drinks and we're just really immersed in each other and enjoying each other. I'm just like thinking about it now and I was like, it was so sweet. And then he gets tickets to the Louvre. It was sold out, but somehow this man got us tickets to the Louvre, so I got to see Mona Lisa. He took me to Louis Vuitton, the original one, and bought me this really cute case to hold the key to his apartment, which I thought was really sweet. It was just like a whirlwind of romance from Barcelona to Ibiza to Paris. And at this point, like, okay, I'm really starting to like this man. Like, I'm like, oh no, like, this is gonna be a situation. Yeah, it was so hard, but also so beautiful and so magical and so random too. And like, he was a DJ. He took off time from his work to come and be with me and to spoil me and to show me the world, literally to show me Europe. And I was like, me? Stop. So anyways, Paris is coming to an end. I really didn't like Paris, but whatever. Paris is coming to an end and it's time for me to go back to London because I was started my trip in London and I was ending in London. And this man literally was about to come back to London with me, but I was like, no, like, because I was staying in a hostel in London and I was like, this man has already done the most, like, and I actually really enjoyed it. It was a hostel downtown. It's like a party hostel. It was just the funnest experience ever. But I was like, I'm just gonna go back to London and then we can just keep talking and everything. And we did. And there was a point when my trip was coming to an end in completion. He wanted to come back to Vancouver with me. And he was literally looking at places he could DJ here. He was looking at tickets and everything. And he wanted to come back the day I came back. So my birthday's the 22nd. And I came back on the 20th. He was gonna come back with me. But I said, Lachlan, pump the brakes. Like, this is amazing, but you really need to be smart about this. Like, if it's meant to be, it will be. I ended up coming back to Vancouver, and let me tell you, the tears were flowing. When I knew I was leaving Europe, I was bawling. He was bawling. I was on the phone with him until the plane took off. Like, it was just so special, but so sad, and we really did try. There was a couple bumps in the road, like some things, but it's not my personal information to share, so I won't. But you know what? Like, I wasn't as educated at the time, but now that I am, I could definitely work with it and look past it. But just at the time, I just wasn't educated enough. So it did kind of put a damper on the situation, but him as a person is amazing. But I get back to Vancouver and, you know, when you drink, you start feeling some type of way. And we had a really big falling out. Like, I popped up on one of the apps and he saw that and I lied and said I wasn't, but I was, and that just was a really big thing because, in the grand scheme of things, I can see how that's a really big betrayal of trust. But just in my head at the time, I wasn't thinking, and I don't know, I thought maybe I liked him so much that I didn't want to, so I was like, you know what, let's just figure something else out. But anyways, it kind of blew everything up, and everything happens for a reason, and what is meant for you will be for you. So I think the moral of the story was that romance and that experience is something that I will cherish to the day I die. It was so romantic. It was so just out of this world. Like, I literally felt like I was in a movie. So, DJ, I will always appreciate you, and I will always have love for you. But yeah, he was my Barcelona lover, y'all. He was amazing, let me tell you. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. You know I got some crazy stories, all right?